My name is Ines and I'm the founder and CEO of Vyld. We are developing radically sustainable, healthy and ocean-friendly peer-reviewed products from seaweed. For us, it's really important when it comes to funding that the instruments we chose are aligned with our mission, because we think it doesn't really make sense to develop a great and sustainable product, but then do it in an unsustainable way and have an unsustainable and exploitative business model. So from the very beginning, it was clear to us that we need to look into alternative ways of funding. And I think we've explored everything that's out there. And one thing that is important when it comes to Vyld is that we are a real R&D project. So we are still developing the product. So all the revenue-based models don't really apply because we have no revenues yet. We're still in the development phase. But what we found and what worked for us and what we raised our first round on is our subordinated loans. So that was the instrument that we chose, and we are continuing to look into it and to develop it further for the next rounds. I wanted to join this funding school because I was super excited that there was an offer to connect with like-minded people and to actually have some input on the topic, because you have to do so much research, and the information is it's gathered all over the internet. And so I really like the idea to come together and to have this group of people to exchange with. I'm not sure if we changed anything because I'm not sure if we had one before. But what I really took was that there are many different options out there, but it's also and I had a better understanding to how they can work for us or not work for us. Actually, we excluded more options. That, of course, is also helpful. What changed my thinking about funding the most was the moment when I realized that startups are there for an exit. And it seems so trivial. It seems so it seems very basic, but I didn't know that before. I didn't know. I always considered companies something that people found, and because they want to do something with them, they want them to ideally realize a mission. And I never really understood them as something that you just do to sell it. I was really surprised, to be honest, and also shocked, because I was like, how can you put so much effort in something with the idea just to sell it? And I think that changed my understanding the most, because I'm 100% sure I don't want to do that. I don't want to spend time on something just to sell it. I want to build a sustainable algaeverse and make products that really help people and have an impact. And that's really something that's very different to the typical startup model. There are actually two main challenges that we're facing. One is that we're not the typical bootstrap company, and we just need some working capital to add on our revenues. We are on an R&D project, and we are developing a real innovative product, so we need upfront money. And the combination of being a company who's really innovating and really wanting to find ways that are not the typical VC model is a very exotic one. And I think it's really something that there are not so many examples that we can learn from out there yet. So we have to come up with many ideas and also term sheets and contracts and these things ourselves. So that's a lot of work, and it takes a lot of resources. And the other challenge is to balance out talking about steward ownership, so our company model, and include it in our pitch, and we were talking to investors, but not to only talk about steward ownership, because it's an important part of Vyld, but of course we are much more than just our company structure.